Okay, hopefully that's working now. Let me just catch up this previous thread. And just start a new video. Let's just make sure that it's working now. There we go. Okay, now I think it looks like I can bring you in a little bit closer, maybe, and straighten us out a little bit. Okay, good morning. Thanks for bearing with me. It's always some kind of technical adventure with this thing. So today we're coming back to our spring tapas sequence. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster through the sequence today so that we can get a little bit farther into it, and then I will sing for you during Shavasana, of course, and whenever we get to the end of practice in about an hour, if you want to stay for a chanting practice, we will be doing a simple chanting practice today, nothing like the more complicated one that I did last time. So you're welcome to join me for that if you want, or you could sit in meditation, or you're free to go on about your day, of course. So that said, I hope you're all doing well, and I see we have a few friends with me. Hi, Julie. Oh, that's so nice. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the practice. I do want to say for today, as we go through, because those of you who have been following these practices the last few times, you'll notice as you repeat the same sequence over and over again, your body becomes a little bit more settled in the work of the practice. And sometimes the temptation can be to go deeper in the postures. Today, I want you to focus on really strong muscle engagement and really deep breath, and not so much about flexibility and going really deep into the poses. There are some times when we come to practice that we may be a little bit more focused on getting a really deep stretch. But for today, I want us to really use our muscles, find our strength, and work on being stable and well aligned in the posture. So we're going to start in child's pose. I like to take my knees wide and my toes together. And you can always put a pillow or a bolster underneath your chest if you have discomfort in this pose, or you can try putting your pillow behind your knees also. And if this just isn't comfortable for you, like any posture, try something similar but different. And then we'll walk it over to the right. And I'm using my right hand to anchor my left hand. And then walk it over to the left. And now I'm using my left hand to anchor my right hand. Then coming back to center, walk the hands in, come sitting up, and we're going to take 3 ohms together. Bring your hands together at the heart, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Okay, so let's come into thread the needle. So beginning on hands and knees. Oh, yes, take a deep breath in, reach the right arm out and up. Then exhale, reach through, come onto the back of your right shoulder. And you can stay right here, just pressing into that that left hand. So you make a gentle twist, or you can try reaching the left hand forward or out on a diagonal, whatever makes sense for your body. And if you remember from the last time, if you feel your hips swinging over to the left a little bit, try just gently pressing your hips to the right. Breathe deeply. And then draw that left hand under your shoulder and press up to all fours again. We'll change sides. Inhale, the left arm reaches out and up. Exhale, reach through. Bringing the right hand under your shoulder, press up to all fours. And this time, take your right arm straight forward, take your left leg back. Deep breath in here, reach long. Exhale, round your back and bring your knee and elbow together. Inhale, reach long as you can. Exhale, round your back. Inhale one more time, big reach. And exhale, empty the breath as you round your back, chin to the chest. And come back to hands and knees. Change sides. Left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, round your back as your knee and elbow come together. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, round. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. And then resetting to hands and knees. Take your toes wide now, so almost as wide as your mat, and you're going to walk your hands back so that your knees lift up, and we come into Malasana, a yogic squat. So not everyone can do this shape with the heels down, so it's okay if your heels are lifted in this pose. It has to do with your bone proportion and joint mobility, hip flexibility, all kinds of factors. So if you want to sit on a block or a bolster, you're welcome to here, or you can let your heels lift or put something rolled underneath your heels. And then taking the hands down, lift your hips up and heel toe the feet to about hip distance apart. Inhale, lengthening to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. So if you want, you can play around in this shape. Try to relax your neck as much as possible. Let the weight of the head hang. You can play with straightening one leg and then the other, kind of back and forth a little bit. Maybe not straightening all the way. You can try shifting your weight back into the heels and forward into the toes. Onto one foot and then the other. Try letting your body sway from side to side. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen to that flat back. Keep the flat back as you exhale and reach the arms wide. And then inhale to come all the way up, reach up, look up, and exhale, hands to the heart. So remember that anytime you're coming out of an inverted posture where the head is below the heart, you want to take a really nice deep breath in so that you don't get dizzy when you come up. Oh, I just saw you can't see my head now. So let's get you adjusted. So, we're going to do our Uddiyana Kriya now. And remember, if you are on the first 3 days of your menstrual cycle, you want to, oh, hold on 1 second. Is our live feed still working? Yes, okay, good. So if you're pregnant or on the first 3 days of your menstrual cycle, I don't want you to hold the breath and pull the belly in. You're just going to breathe normally like this. You'll inhale, arching the back, and exhale, rounding the back. Otherwise, we're going to take a deep breath in, arch the back, fill the belly with breath. Then exhale through the mouth, round your back. At the bottom of your exhalation, you're going to close off the back of your throat and suck the belly in and up. It's like you're trying to hide your belly button underneath your rib cage. Let's do another one. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Pull the belly in and up. Inhale. And one more. Exhale. Inhale. And come to standing. Okay, stand at the front of your mat. Inhale to reach up. I thought we had, oh, inhale to reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forward, lifting your hands away from your body. And again, I'm still bending my knees because it's early in the practice and my body feels a little tight. So always want to respect what the body is feeling in the moment. Stay with your breath. We'll release the hands to the floor. Take the feet a little bit wider. You're going to plant your palms as wide as your shoulders with your fingers turned slightly out to the side. Lift your heels up and give a little bend to the knees so that you're bringing your knees into your armpits more or less. So from here, and sometimes it takes me a little wiggling to get the knees into the armpits, lean forward and lift one foot. Try to round your back, squeeze your toes toward your bum. And then set that foot down, lift the other foot. And set that foot down. Lower your heels now so that your feet are hip distance apart. We're going to keep the belly resting on the thighs, and you can reach the arms straight out to the side or straight forward. And bring your hands to the mat once again. We're going to do one more Bakasana here. So knees into the armpits, lean forward, lifting one foot first, and then if you're feeling adventurous, lean forward a little bit more. See if you can get that second foot off the ground. Squeeze your heels to your bum. And then set the toes down. Straightening the legs, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach all the way up, long spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, so bringing the feet together now, let's take Garudasana, eagle pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your left arm forward and your right arm to the side. Swing that right arm underneath, winding the arms together, and bend your knees deeply. We're going to lift the right leg up toward the chest and then over the left leg, wrapping the legs tightly together. Bend the left knee a little deeper if you can. Then step the feet together, unwind the arms, inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm to the side. Swing that left arm underneath, winding the arms together. Bend your knees deeply and lift your left leg up and over the right. And then step the feet together again, unwind the arms, inhale, reach up, and exhale, Samastitihi. I'm going to make one more little adjustment here so that you guys can see my upper body a little bit better. Okay, so I'll face you for this one and I'll mirror you. Inhale, reach up. Taking hold of the left wrist, press your left palm toward the sky. Lift up as high as you can and up and over to the right. Inhale, coming to center. Change hands and lift up and over to the left. Firm the thighs. Firm the glutes. Take the inner thighs back. Soften the front ribs in and down. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's bring our hands onto the low back for the last one. Push through the heels, firm the thighs, inner thighs back. Lift the top of your chest, lift your gaze, and you can just stay like this or press the front ribs forward even more. See how my rib cage is moving forward of my pelvis? So lift up and then reach back any amount. Keep the glutes active and awake. Inner thighs going back. Inhale, come up, deep breath, and exhale, bow all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees and step your left foot to the back of your mat. So in a nice long lunge here, take that left knee down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and twist to the right. Hook your left elbow across your right thigh. Gazing over your right shoulder. Look forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, take the hands down. Tuck your left toes under and step the left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees deeply, and this time step your right foot to the back of your mat. Take the right knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart, and we'll twist to the left. So I'm letting my hips move forward. Hips are low toward the ground. And at the same time, it's like I'm trying to pull my two thigh bones towards each other into the hip sockets. So we're always creating strength around that end range of motion. Then look forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the hands down. Tuck your right toes under, and you can step back and take a vinyasa or just go right to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, reach the right leg high, bend your knee and stack the hips. Try to point your kneecap toward the sky. And then straighten your right leg, square the hips, and step all the way between the hands. Remember to help that foot come forward if you need to. Take your left heel down, and inhale, come up to warrior one. And hands can be together or apart. See if you can draw those front ribs in and down a little bit. And lifting that left heel now, bring your hands to the heart, lean forward and twist to the right. Look forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale the hands down, step back to down dog, or take your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg reaches high, bend your knee and stack the hips. Straighten that right leg, square the hips, and step all the way between the hands. Turn that right heel down, and inhale, warrior one. Front ribs in and down. Try to press down through the pinky side edge of that right foot. Then lifting the right heel, bring your hands to prayer, lean forward and twist to the left. Look forward now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the hands down. Step your right foot to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Take a step out to the side, facing forward. Both feet parallel. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. And exhale, go forward. You're going to hold your big toes if you can reach them, or hold anywhere on your lower legs that makes sense for you. Inhale, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. Deep breath in, come all the way up. Exhale here. Remember, take that big breath in when you come up from an inversion. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back, or you can hold a towel or strap between your two hands. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, go forward, lifting your arms away from your back. Press down through the inner arches of your feet. And a big breath in to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn your right toes out. Let me mirror you. Turn your right toes out, left toes in. Bend your right knee, reaching your arms wide, and gaze out over the right fingertips. So if you look down at your right knee, you should see it directly above your right heel. And straighten that right leg. We'll keep that nice long stance and reach forward. Reach as long as you can, and then take your right hand through your shin or your ankle, or if you're a little more flexible, you can go to the floor behind your leg. And I usually find that turning my back foot in a little bit more gives me a little bit more space in the low back. You can experiment with it. Try playing around with the angle of your left foot and see if it changes the feeling of the posture. Look down here, bend that right knee, set the right hand forward and slightly to the right, and lift up into your Ardha Chandrasana. You can use a block under your right hand here if you like. Press out through that right heel, firm the thighs. It's okay to bend the standing knee a little bit. See if you can keep the right toes spread wide on your mat. And then we'll bend that right knee and step back into Warrior Two. Straighten the right knee, turn the right toes in and the left toes out. Bend that left knee. So left knee directly above the left heel. That left thigh is actively pressing back. And then straighten the left leg, reach forward, lengthen as much as you can. Take your left hand to the shin or ankle or big toe. And then again, bring your attention to that back foot. See if it feels more natural to turn that right foot in a little bit more. And that's just what works in my body. Something different might be a better fit for you. Look down, bend the left knee, set the left hand forward and slightly to the left and lift up. Bend that left knee now, stepping back into warrior two. We'll straighten that left leg and set the feet up for goddess pose now. So probably the feet will come in a little bit closer together. Toes turned slightly out to the side, heels turned in. Bend your knees deeply. We're going to do a little bit different arms. Reach the arms straight to the side, and then just with the palms facing down, just pull the elbows back. So you'll feel your shoulder blades drawing into the spine. Hug the shoulder blades into the spine. Only a slight bend in the elbows. See if you can sit a little lower. And then straighten the legs, step forward to the front of your mat. Okay, so we're going to take the feet about hip distance apart. Give a slight bend to the knees and just slide the left foot back. Just like that, not too far back, just enough to be in a comfortable stance. Square the hips, take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, go forward. Plant the left hand directly below your left shoulder. If you want, you can stay up on your fingertips, or you can make a fist, or you can use a block under the left hand. Reach the right arm to the side and open into your twist. As you twist, try to push back through that left heel. Keep the right hand lifted as you look down. Bend the right knee. Set that left hand slightly forward and lift up. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. And then taking that right hand down. Bend your right knee. Step the left foot back. And inhale to come up. We're going to just turn around to face the left leg now. And again, we want the feet to be kind of on those railroad tracks. Square the hips. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, go forward. Plant that right hand below your shoulder. Reach the left hand to the side and twist. Press back through the left sit bone and the crown of your head, rooting through the right heel. Look down now. Bend the left knee a little bit. Set that right hand slightly forward and lift up. Exhale the left hand down. Bend your left knee, stepping back. Inhale to come up. Turn to face forward and step the feet together. Okay, let's see where we are in our sequence. So we have so there's a whole balancing sequence in this part of the spring Tapas series that goes from tree pose to a half-bound standing lotus into Ekapada Galavasana, which is kind of like a pigeon pose but as an arm balance. So usually we'll get into that kind of work a little bit later on in the season, but let's just look at the standing half-bound lotus pose first. The first thing with any lotus variation, we don't want to put stress onto the knee. So I'll show you two different variations of it and you can kind of see what makes the most sense for you. So begin by leaning into that left foot, and we're going to make a figure 4 like this. So I'm crossing my right ankle onto my left thigh just above the knee, not too high up yet. I'm not making a lotus shape yet. Then I can bend the standing knee, push my sit bones back, hands to the heart, and then you just keep bending the standing knee and dropping your chest lower until you feel a little stretch right back here in your outer hip. So you can stay right here if that makes the most sense for you. That's going to be a good variation for a lot of us. If you don't have any knee pain when you're working with lotus, you can try instead taking your right foot up toward your hip crease. Then place the pinky side edge of your right foot into your hip crease and let your right kneecap point downward toward the ground. I'm mirroring you. That's why I'm saying right while I'm doing left. So now, once I'm in this shape, I'm pressing the pinky side edge of the right foot into the top of my thigh to stabilize it. Okay? Now you can stay right here. This might be an interesting place for you to work. If it's feeling comfortable for you, give a little bend to your standing knee and see if you can bring your hands to the mat. From here, if you want to try the full variation of the pose, your right arm is going to wrap around behind your back and maybe catch your big toe if you have long arms like me. And then you can see about lowering the crown of the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your standing knee. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale the feet together. So it's kind of a tricky posture. It involves some flexibility, some balancing skills, a few different elements coming together for this one. It may take you a while to feel comfortable in this posture. And again, with any lotus variation, if you have any pain or discomfort in your knee, just take a different option. You can always just aim to create something similar but slightly different, something that puts less stress on the knee. So lean into your right foot now, and we're going to place the left foot. If you're doing the modified version, you'll do that figure 4 shape, bend the right knee. Remember to kind of stick your bum out behind you as you drop your chest, and then bend your standing knee until you feel that little stretch in your outer hip. If you're going for the half lotus, this time it's going to be the left foot lifted up into the hip crease, and then let the knee point to the ground. Check in with your knee here. Does it feel okay to go on? If you're good here, you can try just staying, or push the pinky side edge of your right foot strongly into your thigh. That will keep it from sliding down. Give a little bend to that standing knee and slowly make your way down. Then from here, it's going to be your left arm around behind your back. Maybe catching the big toe, maybe not. See if you can let your head drape towards the floor. And inhale, lengthen. Bend your standing knee as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, take the feet together, Samasthihi. Okay, stand at the front of your mat. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, touch your right knee to the back of your right wrist. Drop that left knee and slide the left leg back into pigeon. So it's the same thing here. Take a moment as you come into the posture to check in with the right knee. If there's any pain or discomfort, you can do thread the needle on your back like this, or you can try just sitting on your right heel like that and see if that feels better. If you're comfortable in pigeon, take a deep breath in, lift your chest, exhale, go forward. Then inhale, come up. Pressing into your palms, tuck your left toes under and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches. Exhale, your left knee to the back of your left wrist. Shin is at an angle. Drop the right knee and slide your right leg back. And again, if there's any pain or discomfort, you're going to do the variation on your back. If you're comfortable here, take a deep breath in and exhale, go forward. And inhale, come up. Lean into the left hip and swing the right leg around to the front. So a couple of options. You can stay just sitting cross-legged. You can take your right foot up into your left hip crease and do a half lotus. Again, as long as it's comfortable for your knees. If you have very open hips, you can try flexing both feet, and you'll have to kick that left shin forward a little bit so that both shins are parallel to the front edge of your mat and the shins are kind of stacked like this. That's a pretty deep hip stretch. I'm going to go with the half lotus today. So let's take a deep breath in, lift the chest, and exhale, go forward. So it might be just elbows locked and then letting the head hang. It might be coming down onto the elbows, maybe supporting your forehead in your hands. You can make two fists to rest your forehead on, or rest your head on the back of your hands, whatever fits your body. Inhale, coming up, and just change sides. So if you're sitting cross-legged, it's going to be the left shin in front, or the left foot up into your hip crease, or you're doing that box pose with the shins parallel to the front edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, go forward. And inhale, come up. Uncross your legs, and we'll take the feet wide. I think we can do it a little bit less light at this point. So taking the feet wide for Upavishta Konasana, this may be a posture that you're more comfortable in, elevating the hips on a block or a bolster. Just see what feels right for you. Take a deep breath in, firm the thighs, push out through the heels, And exhale, slowly walk the hands forward. And it can be the same thing. Arms can lock out in front of you and let the head relax forward. You can try coming onto your elbows if that makes sense for you. You can do 2 fists for your forehead. Keep the thighs active and engaged. So I'm really pressing down through the backs of my thighs. So last week we tried some variations where we put a hand underneath the belly of the hamstrings and tried pressing down into that hand. So you can imagine that. Imagine that your teacher came and put her hands underneath your thighs and you have to push down into those hands. That's how active we want the legs. Inhale, slowly come up, and this time we're going to turn to face the right leg. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, go forward. Try to center your chest over that right leg. Keep pressing down through both thighs. Inhale, come up, turn to face the left leg. Exhale, go forward. This side might feel really different than the right side. It's very common to have differences between the two sides of the body. Notice if you're gathering up tension in the neck or the jaw. Keep the legs active. So knowing where to engage and strengthen and where to soften and release. Inhale, slowly coming up. Take your hands under your thighs and lift your knees together. We'll lean back into the hands and just lower the legs from side to side a couple of times to release the hips. And then you can lie down onto your back. So as you come onto your back, you can choose to end your practice in whatever way feels best for your body. So sometimes we do this in my classes where I give kind of a free ending to you. So you might try doing a spinal twist, or you could try a fish pose, or if you want to do some back bending, you're welcome to a shoulder stand. Whatever your body's craving. If you feel good right now and you want to go right into Shavasana, you're of course welcome to. So close your eyes once you find your way into Shavasana. Let's get nice and settled. Take a deep breath in and hold. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale again and hold. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath in and hold. And exhale. Gently move and stretch your body in any way that feels natural to you. And slowly roll over to one side. And bring yourself to a seat. So we are finished with the asana portion of the practice. So if you need to go on about your day, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to stay here and do just a short chanting practice for those of you that want to stick around. This will be kind of today's class is sort of the end of my regular streaming on YouTube Live. I will be uploading quite a bit of content onto this channel going forward, but I'm going to move my regular classes to Zoom. I'll be doing Monday and Wednesday 6 a.m. the Tapas class like we just did, and also Thursday noon Pacific time Bhakti Vinyasa with Breathe Together Yoga. And then I will be doing my Tuesday and Thursday 9 a.m. Power Vinyasa Yoga, kind of a strong Vinyasa yoga practice with Balance Yoga Center. So I'll be announcing all of that officially on Facebook and all those social media platforms. But for now, let's head into the chanting practice. So the prayer that I just sang is for the Divine Mother in her form of Lalita Tripura Sundari. We're going to continue chanting to the goddess, but a different expression of the goddess, Durga. Durga, who is the slayer of the ego, the remover of ignorance and illusion. She is the Divine Mother who protects us from every kind of danger and who leads us from the untruth to the truth. So this particular melody was written by my very dear friend David Estes, and the words are Jagadambe, which means the Mother of the Universe. To you who are the Mother of the Universe, Jai Ma. Jai or Jaya means victory, and Ma means Ma. Durga, that goddess Durga. So Jagadambe, Jai Ma, Durga. So I'm going to sing the line and then I'll leave a space for you to sing the line back to me. And I can't hear you, so I just have to trust that you're singing along. Jagadambe, Jai Ma, Durga. Jagadambe, Jai Ma, Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma. Jagadambe Jai Ma. May we be held in the loving embrace of Divine Mother all day and every day. Many blessings to you. I'll see you next time.